I was listening to people all around me canceling hotels, canceling museum tickets, canceling dinner reservations, like all sorts of plans were falling through for everybody. When they told us we couldn't flush, I was like, I'm not even going to go near the bathroom. Like, I'm just going to stay away.
Sounds great when they told us you couldn't flush. It only took Amtrak 20 hours to move passengers from Detroit to Chicago. It's normally about a 4 or 5 hour drive. As you heard, some literally jumped out the windows of a stranded train because there was no power, air conditioning, or toilets. One could reasonably ask why you would take Amtrak. The answer is because it sometimes works, and all of us, whether you take it or not, subsidize a bizarre route map from sea to shining sea. Amtrak loses money on almost every man, woman, and child that takes the train, and we, the taxpayers, foot the bill, $1.1 billion a year.
A lot of people were just very frustrated. A lot of the kids were getting really fussy. They were like scared that we were going to die, crying, and people just throwing like fits.
Yet last week, before the latest Amtrak snafu, the New York Post reports Amtrak executives got millions in taxpayer-financed bonuses. The red is the bonus there. The CEO made nearly $800,000 for losing $1.1 billion of taxpayer money and running a horrible business. Businesses are supposed to make money. Actually, if Amtrak was a business, it would be out of business. Gary Peterson is here, Chief of Staff for the Transport Workers Union of America. They represent about 1,100 Amtrak employees. We appreciate you being here, Mr. Peterson. Do these executives do anything to deserve bonuses?
Well, again, not anything that we can pinpoint in the current environment that would, allow for such awarding of rich bonuses for executives while the workers are out there trying to make ends meet with everything that's been going on, specifically through the period of COVID, for sure.
I'm thinking about 2021 Amtrak ridership went from 32 million down to 12 million. You've worked in the world of transport in business for a long time from the union perspective. Have you ever seen a case where ridership, in other words, customers, dropped by more than half and the executives made out like bandits?
Yeah, no, I mean, that's the preposterous statement, so to speak, is how do you justify that? There is no justification. Clearly, Congress did not agree to provide any type of executive bonus compensation. And here we are looking at these numbers that nobody can make sense of.
You talk about, in terms of justification, we've done a lot on this program about Amtrak and about where it works. And you think about it in the Northeast Corridor, where you all represent the people on the Acela. It makes money going from Washington to New York. But then you look at some of the proposed maps that Amtrak wants to expand to. They want to go from Minneapolis, St. Paul to Duluth, Minnesota. A lot of these short routes that they currently even serve, it is far faster to drive than it is to take the train. Is it time that we reevaluate Amtrak as a nationwide existence?
Yeah, again, I think on that side, we look at not everybody has vehicles and the ability for them to get from point A to point B. And on the transportation sector, for sure, a lot of these type of routes are critical for infrastructure, agreeable that they do need to look at, and there needs to be studies done on them. But in some of the locations that you kind of look at, air transportation isn't viable for a lot of people. And then just the ground transportation, how do you get from point A to point B? And especially with high-speed rail coming online, some of this does make sense for what may be a shorter route today, but could be a longer route into the future as transportation and industry does change.
Fair enough, but you represent a lot of different employees in a lot of different parts of the transport world. There's really nothing in America like Amtrak that gets enormous taxpayer subsidies. The airlines actually have to make a profit and run a business. Amtrak doesn't have to do that, right?
Well, again, on the Amtrak side, that's, the government has a lot of the controls over infrastructure and investment in Amtrak. For the low wage, low service type communities, Amtrak does become critical for transportation. Again, everything needs to be looked at on viability and why we're doing it. There's no disagreement there. But even like public sector transit as we venture into the next century, how that looks, and the studies that are being done to make it viable for the folks that need it certainly needs to be put into perspective.
Fair point. I'm thinking though, even when you talk about low income, flight versus train, LA to Chicago, flights 4 hours round trip for $189, train 43 hours each way, $174. So there's really some big issues here with how much Amtrak costs the people. But it goes back to the beginning question was, is this being run by the executives who are getting hundreds of thousands of dollars each in executives? Is it being run as a real business or a government subsidized boondoggle at times?
Yeah, well, again, I think on the executive compensation side, they're hired to look at what does make sense and work through those things. The math on the compensation that they've signed up for and the bonus programs does not make sense to us.
Yeah, well, and certainly I can imagine the people who were on the trains working, they're not the ones who are responsible for all of this. Gary, it's good to see you. Thank you.
Thank you for having us on.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.